Hi everybody, thanks for joining me today on my channel. My name is Chris with Kristen's Crafts, and today I am extra special because I am jumping in and joining the How to Kill a Kit with Style group that's been going on for a couple years. They invited some of our YouTube and Instagram people to join in if they wanted to. They were looking for additional players, and I jumped at the chance to get involved and do this. So this month my kit's kind of not necessarily, well, it's kind of a kit, but it's also a project that I've started. This month I'm trying to focus on things, the half done projects. For example, I have this that I'm going to show you in a minute that was half done. I have paper kits that I made for my son and now daughter-in-law for an album I was making for them, where I pulled pictures, I pulled papers and some embellishments. They're not completed. So this month is all about finishing unfinished projects. So this is one of those unfinished projects. If you go back into my videos about 2 months ago, I'll try and remember to link it down below. But 2 months ago, I broke apart 2 paper pads. One was the Dear Lizzy Fine and Dandy. I had a little bit left from it. And then I also broke apart a Pebbles project pad. And then also when I was going through here, I did see some items that were from, it's the paper pad that Walmart carries. It's escaping my mind right now. So anyways, I do have a little bit of that. The colors went with it. So I'm just going to go through and refresh you on what those paper kits are. There's 7 of them. And like I said, I really want to try and work through these and get them done. It's kind of like the end of the paper pad where they're the more challenging papers. I always find that when I go into the paper pad, I use up all my favorites, but then there's those ones that kind of linger, and then you're like, oh, how am I going to use this? So that's what this is. And so I'm going to go in and try and search my years of photos that aren't finished and aren't scrapped, and try and find photos that will work, and try and get some of this used up and out of my stash. So the first one I have is this one here. So I have it's kind of like a light green coloring with the red little bud flowers. I have a scrap of this text, and then the scrap of the pink, and then with it is these florals. And I don't know if you would consider those oranges or florals or what they are. So I have those together, and then I grabbed a piece of this plain. So this would have come from the project pad, and then I added this, which would have been from Dear Lizzy. This is from Dear Lizzy, and I'm not sure where this scrap is from. So I paired up these 3, so that's number 1. I'm going to grab my paper and put it in between. The second one I grabbed, this again is from the Dear Lizzy, I believe. And then I have this one here, which is kind of the triangular with the lime greens, the blues, the whites. And then I have just the plain green, which would have come from the paper pad. So I have these 3 together. And then the next one I have is, and again, I don't know if this is like a pear or what this is supposed to be, but I paired it with this kind of a chevron striped one and a plain pink. So I figured I could do something with that. Then I have another piece of this flower, fruit, whatever it is, one. And then this is like a robin egg, and the blues match perfect. So I don't know what I'll put with that. And then I have a piece of this kind of a dusty pink. So that's number 3, I think. 1, 2. Nope, this is number 4. So number 5, I have the hearts. I paired it with this word find, and then a piece of black paper. That's number 5. Number 6, this would have been that Walmart paper pad. So I have this orangey kind, and then I have these butterflies that I figure I can cut apart. I took this green that really didn't match, but now that I'm looking at it again, it does match a couple of them, but I figured I could use it for the back side for white as well. But I'm going to flip it over because now that I look at it, those kind of match. We'll see how it goes when I put it all together. So that's 6. And I believe this is the last one, number 7. So for number 7, it was kind of stretching it. I have the floral with the mustard color yellow, which I thought matched the florals. I grabbed in some of the darker green, which I thought matched some of the leaves. Now on this side, I know I definitely can't use it because it is purple. However, the purple will go, I think, more like that. So we'll see. I mean, it's either going to go like this, or it's going to go like this, or I'll use the whites background. So we'll see how that one goes. And then these two here, well, we can actually count that as a paper pad as well, or a kit as well. So that will be the last one. Now, every time I make a page, because these are coordinating colors, I will carry the scraps forward and see how many I can make out of it. This is just starting it by breaking the paper pads down and kind of gathering them into kits. I also had in my desk a couple days I just played over the last few months, and this was just a background that I made. I had gessoed it, put some pink acrylic paint, took a Sharpie, and made a cool kind of pattern on there. I don't know what I'd use it for, but I'm throwing it in there in case I can figure out something with these scraps and this. I thought the pinks went well, and I might be able to turn this one into a layout. This was another one where I was playing. I don't know about the colors, if they'll, like the green I know goes, but I don't know about the blues. But this was just taking a toilet paper roll and spraying shimmer mist through it, and then taking it, and I dipped the roll into an ink pad to do the ink stamping, and then splattered it. If I can make something out of that this month, and again, I might have to go into my stash unless I can pull some of this green in. We'll have to see what that will do. And then this I did with my Cricut. I was just playing with the pens that are on there, and so with a gold pen I wrote, this is a Winnie the Pooh quote. It says, "If you live to be 100, I want to live to be 100 minus 1 day, so I never have to live without you." So I wanted to find a really good picture of me and my husband and try and scrapbook it. It looks very flat the way it is right here. And again, it was just me playing with my Cricut machine and my markers. And if I can turn this into something, great. So there's that. This was in the project pad, this sparkly still blue. If I can use this for punches or something, I have it as almost like an embellishment. So that's my papers. Then from the project pad, I had the sticker sheets. And so I haven't taken these apart, but the project pads are very, very thin. So what I have done, I'm not quite finished, is I took all the stickers that were remaining off of the sticker sheet. I have put them onto some white cardstock, and I am in the process of fussy cutting them out to make them into dies for this month. They just beef them up a little bit versus the thin. So this is what it's like on the cardstock. And peel this one off here. This is how flimsy these are. So you can see by putting it on the cardstock, it gives it just a little bit more weight and now I can use it as a die cut. So I will off camera go ahead and take all of these and fussy cut them out so that they become a die cut embellishment. And when the month is over, whatever is remaining, since the paper pad is broke down, whatever's remaining will be put into my color drawers and into my stash. Now I'm going to keep this out because this kind of represents all the colors. And I thought about doing the same thing with this, but this is going to be a little bit more time consuming since some of these are individual letters. And so I wanted to keep them contained for now. At the end of the month, I'll look at it and see if it's worth fussy cutting them out, or how I want to store these once the month is up. So there's those. So here's the colors I'm working with. Now for embellishments, I'm going to flip this one over and use this. And I will put these all to the side. Okay. So from the Pebbles, Jen Hatfield, this is the project pad was Hey Hello. So I have from Jen Hatfield the Hey Hello. I do have the stickers. And I'll have to check to see if they're as thin as the project pad. If they are, I might do the same thing with these as well and just turn them into die cuts. Now these are thicker, so I'll leave these as they are. These are more cardstock stickers versus the other ones are really, really thin. So in here, it's got the die cuts, it's got the flag sayings, it's got a few flowers and little critters, and then some little things. Now, one of the things that Jen Hatfield does with her collections is she does a lot that is like card related. So it like Hello Friend or Feel Better Soon. So another thing I might do if I have time at the end of the month is to turn some of these leftovers into greeting cards. So that's on the back burner as well. It's not a guarantee, but maybe. So I have this sticker sheet. This is also from the Hey Hello. So I have more of those. And again, these are thicker, so I won't take them apart. Now, to add to it for puffies, let me grab all my puffies, keeping in mind the colors. So because it's got happy birthday items in there, I grabbed this. This is crepe paper Hooray. And I like the little cat that had the birthday hat on it. The pinks go definitely with the project pad, and it's birthday themed, so I thought I could use this up. From Turn the Page, I have this. Not everything on here will work, but the teacup had the right colors. The little Band-Aid I thought could go. The Everyday Fresh Start could go. And even though I'd be pulling in the dark blue, these three colors are in here. So I thought maybe I could get that on a page. From Pink Fresh, this is Let Your Heart Decide. This had a little bit of like the orangey colors, like in the fox. Here you can see the fox. The green matches the green in the plants, and the cupcake and the bike. And then there's some pinks. So I thought this one, I might be able to get a few things onto a layout. Then we'll go with this one here. For Maggie Holmes, I have, this is the crepe paper, and I'm not sure which collection this was from, but not everything, but like this little button that has the goose on it, or swan. I figured I could use that. The Loved epoxy would go. Even the floral could go, and some of these little banners. So I grabbed that. See if some of those can get done. From Pink Fresh, I have these layered chipboard stickers. I thought the rainbow and the heart could go. The camera would go with the darker greens, and maybe like this grow with love in the heart. And even this one. The only one I think that won't go is this wish. So I thought maybe a couple of those could get used. I grabbed from Freckled Fawn. I have these chipboard phrases. These are the same thing, but they did have a little bit of that mustard yellow, some of the limey green, and a little bit of the darker green. So I'd like to get a couple of these onto a layout. I grabbed from Amy Tangerine. I grabbed these. These are more teal, but there is some teal in some of these colors. So I thought maybe I could get that on. And then the red is like with the ladybug and the heart and the basket. So might be able to get it to work. From Pink Fresh, I have the leatherettes. And again, it's got some of that peachy color, a little bit of the lighter teal blue, a little bit of the green. Might not be able to use this because of that dark blue. And then it's got one of those funky flowers. So I might be able to pull that funky flower in with a leatherette. So there's that. I grabbed these foiled chipboard stickers from Live More. And again, like add a little confetti to each day might work. Especially with a party theme. And again, I just grabbed this because the colors with the lime green, the mustard yellow, and the blue and the pink just kind of looked similar. I grabbed these Pink Fresh epoxies, and again for the pink and the orange, and depending on which ones I do, the green is close. So I might be able to get a little of that on. I grabbed these Pink Fresh. This is from Someday. Really not a lot on here, but like this one with the arrow would work. The little lunch sack might work. The Good Morning might work. The leaf might work. So I've grabbed them. They might be able to get a couple on. Even if I only get one on, that's better than nothing at all. I grabbed these Pink Paisley Fancy Free. I like this Most Favorite and the arrows. I just thought a couple of the colors worked. We'll see what we can get on. If anything, they've been in my stash forever. Oh, and here's another leatherette. So another leatherette is this one from the Mix. And I like the Explore. They had all the colors with a geotag, the U pointing to that, the typewriter. You know, we'll see what we can do. And then I grabbed for phrase stickers, along with that 12 by 12 project pad, I grabbed these Rosie Studio. Thought maybe a couple of the words might work. So that is like the embellishment sticker packs I have. Then I went in to my washi and I grabbed, this is a Maggie Holmes. It was just little houses, and it had all the colors, the teals, the pinks, some greens. So I grabbed that. I grabbed this kind of a teal green polka dot. It's kind of got a watercolory look to it. And I grabbed a pink, kind of a tone-on-tone geometric. It's really probably hard to see. I tried to go subtle with the washies only because I'm going to have, these are going to be a little bit busier. I have Dottie About Flair that I pulled out in the colors. So there's a flamingo and some florals, an XO, a chevron. And then I have some of these that are from, oh, here's another one. Then these were from Shimmers. So I just grabbed a couple of these out and would like to maybe get a couple on a layout. On my desk, I just had a couple enamel dots that I thought I could throw in. I had some of Shadney's wood veneer stars I threw in. I grabbed a little bit of sequins. and I found a cut apart on my desk, so I threw that in. It just says be happy, be bright, be you, and it had the pinks in it. From my washi, I grabbed just, this one's almost out, so it had the pink and the teal, and I thought maybe I could get a few, use this sheet up if possible. And then I grabbed this one, which was from the Hit Kit Club. This was from Frolic. I'm not sure when it was made, but I just have some of these little washies, and so I thought maybe some of the yellow, the bokeh, the florals. If I can get a couple on, that'd be great. And then off camera, I took some of the pages that were kind of cut aparts, and I fussy cut all of them out. So I have all these little banners that came from the Dear Lizzie Fancy Free paper pad. I cut out these cameras that I think came from the Walmart paper pad. I'm trying to remember what that collection is. I have, here's my die cuts stickers that I'm making. And then also from that Walmart paper pad, they had tickets, and they were in all the colors. So that is it. It's kind of a big, it's big but not big. And then I just give myself free permission that if I find pictures that are more themed, that need something that I know is in my stash and I don't have quite the right thing, I give myself liberty to dive into my stash, because I look at it as using up things that need to be used up. So there you go. So you'll see these in the next coming weeks. And again, if I get through these 7 or 8 layouts and cards, I may move on to the other page kits that I have already put together that I'm giving to Emily and Kevin that I didn't finish for their shower. The other thing that I want to do is I've been working on my, well, I haven't been working on my traveler's notebook that's documenting this last year and a half of COVID. So I thought this would be a perfect opportunity that if I did have any leftovers, that I could go in and try and get a page or two done in the traveler's notebook. I've got several months of pictures printed again, and so I just need to get in and do little bits and things. And that's a great way to use up even like some of these little washies and things that I don't quite fit onto a good layout, or I shouldn't say a good layout, but a 12 by 12. The COVID book is kind of more for me and my memories of the whole thing. And so I don't mind using little bits that didn't make the cut for a layout that goes in the big family album. Anyway, that's all I've got for today, and we will be back. I will be coming back in the next day or two. I do have a couple shares. Tomorrow, I believe, coming up is my Echo Park bi-monthly subscription kit came in, so I'm doing an unboxing if anyone's interested in their kit collection, so you can see what's happening. And then I also did place another order for Rosie Studios, which I found out, I thought they were based out of the US. They are not. I don't know where, I heard it on YouTube somewhere. That was wrong information. From their website, it shows that they're based out of New Zealand, but they do ship out of China. So just to clarify, I've had really good luck. The package came, it was packaged great, but I'm going to be sharing what I purchased from there. And yeah, so we will see you throughout the month, and hopefully we'll get this killed and get it, 2 paper pads out of my stash. Have a great day. We'll see you later.